Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jaron, and I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic. It is my dubious honor and pleasure to be sitting before you tonight to give this presentation. Thanks, Peter. I'd like to start off with honesty. What is it? Step one, we admitted that we're powerless over our alcohol and that our lives had become unmanageable. One day, 9 years ago, I reached my lowest point. I had spent the day drinking as I was cleaning my apartment, and in a single afternoon, I finished 2 bottles of wine and a 26er of Johnny Walker. Sometime later that night, I went to bed, and as I laid down on the bed, the world started to spin. I felt scared. I thought I was going to die, and I didn't want to die. I was too young to die and still needed to accomplish a lot of things in life. This was the point when I realized that I needed to face my truth. I was an alcoholic. To reach this honesty, I realized that I was powerless over alcohol and my life had become unmanageable. I needed assistance from a higher power, mightier than I was. I slid to my knees and prayed. A friend of mine had told me about a church ministry that helped recovering alcoholics and addicts. The following day, I came to this church, and there happened to be a recovery service that evening. For the first time in my life, I opened up and told of my struggles with alcohol to a group of strangers. In this church, I found friends that I could be honest with and tell my truth without being judged. Can I kindly have the scripture, please? I'll read it. Therefore, having put away falsehood, let each one of you speak the truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one another. What is honesty? Being honest means being truthful in all aspects of our lives. It also means being truthful to ourselves and to those around us. It means being open and truthful about how we feel. In my experience, people shy away from being honest about their feelings due to fear of being judged, fear of hurting others' feelings, by telling them our truth, fear of being alienated, fear of being seen a certain way, and fear of being labeled as something we deemed unnecessary. However, by being fearful of exposing our truth, we are being dishonest with ourselves and to those around us. We are not authentic, cannot face and correct our weaknesses without acknowledging our truth. According to psychologist Alex Lickerman, we are dishonest to protect a number of things, including ourselves, lying often to avoid suffering, painful consequences, shame, embarrassment, or conflict. Be honest with yourself. This is the only way to achieve your goals and to be successful in recovery. Recovery is about progress, not perfection. So in order to grow in your recovery, you must be willing to face the consequences of being honest with yourself. 2, our interest. Probably the second most common reason we lie is to get what we want. We like to get material goods like money, and non-material goods like attention from telling of tall tales. Be honest about how much you drank last night. Don't say you've only had 1 shot when you've had a bottle. We lie to protect our image. We all want others to think well of us, yet we all do things we ourselves consider less than respectable at times. Rather than admit it, however, and suffer a diminution of others' respect, we often cover it up, or having failed to act courageously and virtuously, we lie to appear more courageous and virtuous than we are. Just be authentic. Be honest about who you are. Be yourself, because that's all you truly have. We lie about our resources. We often lie to avoid expending energy or time doing something we really don't want to do. Going out with a friend we find boring. Attending a party we know we won't enjoy. Working on a project about which we're not really enthused, but don't feel comfortable admitting. You might still be hanging out with friends that are not in recovery, and you know that going out with them will lead you to having a drink. Instead of coming up with tall tales, be honest and let them know why you are not able to go with them. We lie about to others. When asked if we like a haircut, shoes, writing, or a performance, we often lie to protect our friends and family's feelings. Except when your wife asks you if you look fat in that dress that she just bought. Because that never ends well. So what qualities do honest individuals have? According to entrepreneur Larry Kim, honest individuals have the following traits. 1. They are not concerned about popularity contests. Honest people don't obsess over what peers think of them. They simply are who they are, and other people can take it or leave it. 2. They stand up for what their beliefs are. Honest individuals don't look for fights, but they also aren't afraid to speak their mind. Honest people will state their opinions even when their beliefs are against the majority. While this may irk managers concerned with bureaucracy, most people will respect honesty and be impressed with those willing to stand out against the hive. 3. They are thick-skinned. Honesty requires thick skin. Not all people love hearing the truth, and when you dish out a fresh dose of reality, some might be inclined to toss it right back in your face, plus a little venom. Honest individuals may fall victim to the insecure defensiveness of others, requiring them to be thick-skinned. 4. They have close friends. Individuals who are honest often have rich, meaningful friendships. Others know that their honest friends won't complain about them behind their backs and will instead face any issues head on. This level of trust allows for deeper, healthier relationships. 5. They are truthful. They are trusted by peers. Peers will seek an aid of honest individuals, knowing they can count on them for true, objective advice. Many others will lie and tell you the story you want to hear. They do this to avoid any injured feelings. But there are many times when the difficult truth is what individuals really need to hear. Others trust honest individuals to tell them how it really is, without sugarcoating the truth. In conclusion, being honest means choosing to always be truthful to ourselves and to others. It is choosing not to steal, cheat, or deceive in any way. When we are honest, we build strength of character that will allow us to be great service to God and to others. We are blessed with peace of mind, self-respect, and will be trusted by the Lord and others. Thank you.